Hello change checkers and welcome to a very exciting live Q&A video, and isn't it good to be back in the studio?
It is so good. We are separated of course by a little screen, but it's so exciting that Rachel and I are in this room together being able to answer your 50p questions. So thank you to everyone that has already sent us one in.
Now we're going to give you just a few minutes so that more people can join. If you have joined already, then welcome to the video. Make sure you leave a comment below, say hi, let us know as well what coins have you been collecting recently, and of course do you have any questions that you want us to answer. We've already got some that you've been sending in, but leave a comment below. Let us know if you have any other ones and we'll try to pick them up in this video as well.
Definitely. I mean, there's bound to be a lot of 50p questions because we've seen some amazing 50p so far, and we're only halfway through the year. Of course, starting way back at the beginning of the year, we had that decimal day 50p. We had one issued in the 2021 annual coin set, which featured that original Arnold Machin portrait of Her Majesty the Queen. And then, of course, later we saw the individual release, which featured the Jodie Carter portrait. So that's two versions of the same 50p.
Incredible.
So that's exciting in itself. We then, of course, had the John Lady Baird 50p, which was just so exciting as well. That again was issued in the annual coin set, and we had it individually released as well. And then those Mary Anning 50p's, we can't not talk about those, can we? Rachel and I actually went to Studland and we filmed a video because we were just so excited about them. So they are a key collection from the year so far for me. And then, of course, the most popular coin perhaps of the year, that's Team GB 50p. We're all so excited because it's been a year in the waiting. We've all waited so long for this coin, and it's just so exciting that it's now here. But if you had to choose a favourite so far of the year, what 50p would be yours?
Well, no surprises. It has got to be Team GB. Like you say, we've waited a whole year for this coin. I was super excited about it when it was released in the 2020 annual coin set. And of course, to now have it individually released at last is just absolutely incredible. It was, of course, postponed due to the Olympic Games, and it's now been individually released with a new date on the obverse, so it's 2021 dated this time round. Of course, the original design has that 2020 date on the reverse, so it makes it a very special coin as it is in fact dual dated, and it makes it one of only a handful of coins to actually be dual dated in the UK, so that's really special.
Yeah, that is so exciting, and I think actually that probably would be my favourite coin as well, but I'll go for something different because you chose it. But I think actually in kind of a similar reason, that decimal day 50p, being able to have two versions of the 50p is just so exciting. You know, pairing those side by side, seeing those different obverses and reverses is just amazing, just the perfect addition to really any collection. But yeah, we'll get kind of into that coin a bit later because I'm sure that's going to be a popular one with change checkers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But if you have joined us, make sure you're leaving a comment below to say hello, and if you have of course got any 50p questions that you would like us to answer, make sure you're putting them in the comments. But I think for now, let's get started and have our first question, shall we?
Good idea. Yeah, so we've got a question who's come in from Ella Seeking on Instagram. She's asked, is there a way to find 50p's more easily? And that is a really good question, quite topical as well at the moment, I'd say. Obviously since COVID it has been a bit harder to use cash, but we would always recommend that to use cash is the best way to find all the different coins in your change. And of course if you're looking for a specific denomination, so the 50p's, then it's a really good idea to ask the shopkeeper to have your change in that denomination. So definitely do that one if you are on the hunt for 50p coins, and there's a lot of different ones out there, aren't there?
Yeah, there is so many out there, now over 70, which is just incredible.
It is.
And of course another key method of finding new coins is get involved with the coin collecting community. So of course we've got the Change Checker community group on Facebook. We've got over 9,000 members on there. So if you're a member of the community group on Facebook, let us know in the comments below and we can give you a little shout out. But it's just a great platform, isn't it, for information, just being part of the community itself, but then also being able to swap with other collectors. It's really just a great service that you can use completely for free. And of course we have got the swap center on our Change Checker web app, so just make sure that you're using that feature. You can list your online collection on there and swap with other collectors in a like-for-like manner. So really do immerse yourself in the community because it's just a great one, isn't it?
It really is. A great tool for learning as well. But of course, you can't always be able to swap with collectors. Some of those coins are harder to come by. And if you do need to go on the secondary market to purchase your coins, then of course you can do so, but always beware with this. We've got some helpful blogs and some guides together for the best practices for if you're using sites such as eBay. And we would always recommend checking those sold listings just to make sure that you've got a realistic idea of what those coins are selling for and what you'd expect to pay for one.
Yeah, definitely. I would completely agree. And you know, it is really important, isn't it? Because some of those coins have been out in circulation for such a long time now. And of course that 50p that everyone wants, the Kew Gardens 50p, it's been in circulation since 2009. So, you know, we're going to see different variations of it. And unfortunately there are people out there that will list fake editions of it. I know, Rachel, you found a fake version, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was actually very obviously fake when it arrived. And we actually used it to put together a whole guide for you to tell the difference between the real and the fake Kew Gardens. So if you want to find out more, there's a video and there's also a blog about that. But you really do have to be careful, and you have to remember, you know, only 210,000 of those coins were issued for circulation. A lot of them have been snapped up by collectors. It's quite hard to come by nowadays. But you know, if you're very lucky, you could still find one in your change. You never know. It's always worth checking. But if you are looking on the secondary market, be really careful. Make sure you know what you're looking out for. And do remember, this coin has been in circulation since 2009. So you really would expect to see some wear and tear. You'd see some scratches on there. If a coin is listed and it looks like it's in pristine quality, it's probably not the real deal.
Yeah, exactly. So like we said, use those blogs that we've got together, because just because it's a Kew Gardens 50p, you can use that against other 50p's as well to really check whether you think it is a genuine coin or not. So that's another really, really great question. So let's have a look to see if we've got any more come through. So we've got one from Shaviva, and they said, how can I get my hands on the swimming Olympic 50p? Now, that is a great question. Of course, this is one of the most sought after Olympic 50p's,
really
of course,
is.
because of that aquatics era. So there's actually two versions of the coin. So that first edition was an error coin that has been depicted as an error. So that's really, really hard to get your hands on. Of course, the other one is still low in mintage, like all of the Olympic 50p's are, but it is that rare one that is particularly sought after.
It really is. So that one has lines going over the swimmer's face that were later removed. So if you are lucky enough to have that one, then, you know, let us know in the comments below, because you really are very lucky to come across one like that. But even if you have the standard one, you know, that's still really good going. These are really rare coins. Of course, 29 different designs were issued in 2011, celebrating the London Olympic Games in 2012. And it was incredible. It really kick-started the nation's love of the hobby of coin collecting. And you can see why, you know, with so many different designs to find, and really incredible designs as well, some of which were designed by members of the public. It's a really great series to be getting your hands on, but it's estimated that over 75% of them have now been removed from circulation by collectors. So they are pretty rare. Of course, we have the Olympics coming up very soon, so we're all very excited about that. If you want to find out exactly how rare the Olympic 50p coins are, then we've got blogs all about that. We've also got our scarcity index as well, and we've got our video, so you know exactly which ones to be looking out for.
Exactly, and I actually think of all the 50p's, like we said, there's over 70, excluding those pre-1997 ones, there's over 70 50p designs out in circulation at the moment. I do think those Olympic 50p's are my favourite. You just can't beat them. They, like you said, they're just such a popular series, so many amazing designs, but if you had to choose a favourite 50p in circulation right now, what would it be?
That's tricky. I mean, of course, 50p has been around for over 50 years now, but let's just think about the ones in circulation, like you say, so exclude the pre-97 ones. I think for me, it's got to be the 2017 Isaac Newton 50p. I absolutely love the design of this coin. I think it's really, really stylish. And of course, it's pretty rare as well. So just 1.8 million of those entered circulation. It does mean it's less common on our scarcity index. So it's definitely one to keep your eyes out for. But I particularly love this one as well, because in 2018, I was lucky enough to go to the Royal Mint experience, and I actually got to do a strike your own version of this coin. Now, not many of those were actually done, but leave a comment below. Let us know if you're a lucky collector who has one of those ones in their collection as well. I'm definitely keeping hold of my one. I think it's got a special place in my collection, and it has to be my favourite 50p.
Yeah, that's a really, really good one. You know, actually talking about that, I'm really excited to get back to the strike your own. I know they've reopened again, so it's definitely on my bucket list to do this year. Let us know in the comments below if you've been and what coins you've managed to strike yourself, because it's just so exciting, isn't it? Knowing that you've gone into the production of that very coin is just so exciting. But so that's a really fantastic question. Let's just take a couple more. My goodness. So Daniel owns 2 genuine Kew Gardens 50p's. So that is really lucky.
That is
Congratulations,
amazing.
Daniel. That's amazing.
Yeah, really good going. I mean, to have just one would be incredible, wouldn't it?
I'm yet to find one. So.
Yeah. Let us know if any of you are lucky enough, like Daniel, to be able to have that coin in your collection. Leave a comment below. Make sure you're shouting out and saying hi. And of course, tag your friends as well if they want to learn about all the different 50p questions that we're answering today. And do leave us a question if you'd like us to get back to you as well. Definitely. Now, let's have a look as well. We've got another question here. Which year did the most 50p's get released? We've kind of touched on this one a little bit already, haven't we?
Yeah, so of course there's Olympic 50p's. We saw 29 of them. And, you know, amazing designs, all loads of different coins that you can collect there. But also considering, like we've said, those error issues that we've seen, that adds even more into the mix. So when you actually think about it, we've got the 29, but then you've also got the various different versions of them.
Yeah,
and then, of course, in the 2016 Olympics, we had that Rio Team GB 50p, and that's like, well, it's meant to be considered the 30th Team GB 50p, isn't it? Is the new Team GB the 31st?
It's got to be, yeah. Well, if you are into your Olympic coin collections, you're going to want to make sure that you have all the different versions. You're going to want the 50p's, you're going to want the Team GB ones, and of course we have the £2 as well, which are really interesting. I know we're sticking to 50p's in this video, but perhaps we'll have to do a £2 Q&A soon.
That would be a really good one.
That would.
Let us know in the comments below if you've actually got the Team GB 50p in your collection. I know that some of you have already been receiving them, and those of you that are signed up to our 50p subscription service, of course, you would have been one of the first to receive them, which is just so exciting, isn't it?
It really
and that's
is.
what's great about the subscription service, because it just takes out the hassle of ordering those coins on launch days, which are really exciting. You know, when those launch days come around, it is really exciting. So the last thing you want to do is sit in a queue. So it just eliminates all of that hassle, and you are one of the first then to receive a brand new UK issue 50p. So.
Exactly, that's it. So if you haven't already, make sure you sign up to the subscription service if you want to make sure that you never ever miss out on a UK release. We have subscriptions for the 50p's, the £2 and the £5 coins, or combinations as well. But if you do want to get hold of those coins, you want to make sure you're the very first collectors to do so. Make sure you sign up today. It is a really great service, isn't it?
It is really, really good, yeah. So do let us know. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the question box below in the comments, and we'll try and answer them as quickly as possible. If we don't get around to answering them in today's live video, we'll try and reply to your comment as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at some more questions.
Yeah.
So Chris
been leaving
asks, do you both follow any other coin tubers as well as Christopher Collects? And that's a really great question. And the coin collecting community is a huge one, a growing one still, which is just amazing to see. You know, we've done a lot of work with a lot of amazing coin collectors on YouTube, and it's just so fun to be a part of. I know Bungle Collects is a big fan of ours, and likewise, we're a very big fan of theirs.
And we've done a few coin hunts with UK Coin Hunt as well. They're amazing. It's just the coin tuber community, like Alex says, they're a really, really great gang of people to be following. I think if you're interested in coins, make sure you're following everyone, because everyone brings something new and something slightly different to the mix.
Exactly.
You know, there's so much information out there, and it's really good to do your research to find out all about the different coins. And I think when you look at other coin tubers as well, doing their different coin hunts really makes you realise how many coins are in circulation and what you potentially could find as well. Alex, you did your very first coin hunt with me recently, didn't you?
I did.
And we found some really good coins in that one as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We saw some territory coins, which boosted my points. Wasn't enough to win though. Unfortunately, Rachel won that one. So fingers crossed next time it's my lucky chance. But yeah, let us know if you want us to do another 50p coin hunt, because it was so fun to do. And like you said, it's a really great chance to actually see how many commemorative coins are out there for you to collect and add to your collection, because like we said, there's over 70 now out there for you to collect. It's just amazing, isn't it? And
you know what, it's also worth thinking about the definitive coins as well. Of course, the commemoratives are great, but I won that coin hunt based on the definitives, because there is that 2017 Royal Shield, which is particularly sought after, has a really low mintage figure. It's actually the rarest definitive coin in circulation, and it's in the top 5 as well, rarest, including the commemoratives. So it's really worth checking those dates. I know all too easily we'll see a definitive coin and we'll just pass it aside, but actually check those dates, see if you have a rare one. Same with the 2008 Britannia, the year that we swapped over to the Royal Shield, and less of the Britannias were issued. You know, always check those dates, because you never know, you might beat Alex on a coin hunt.
Oh yeah, fingers crossed you guys actually do beat me, because I would really love to find more of those Royal Shield designs, because like you say, it's really low numbers, 1.8 million. When you think about a definitive coin, usually they're struck in the tens of millions, so that's a really small number. So definitely worth keeping your eyes peeled. Yeah,
it really is. But yeah, a really great coin, you know. I think it's testament, isn't it, to all the different designs that you can find out there, not just the commemoratives, the definitives as well. They all have a special place, and you can learn so much from our UK coins, which I think is one of the fantastic things. Now, I know we have to kind of address the elephant in the room here, the fact that less coins do seem to be entering circulation. It's hard, you know, as change checkers, it's what we love, isn't it? Is finding new coins in our change. And whilst you can still find fantastic ones, like we've proved with our coin hunts, you know, if you do want to have the chance of owning some of the latest coins for face value, we do have our face value coin ballots as well, which you can sign up to. And this is a really great way for 1,000 lucky collectors every time there's a 50p coin released to be able to own the coin for face value. And then every time we release a £2 coin, 500 lucky collectors get to own that as well. So it's really easy to enter, and once you enter just one time, you are then signed up for the rest of the ballots in future. So it's just a one-time thing, really quick and easy. We'll let you know on launch day if you've been successful or not, and then send you a link to claim your face value coins. It's really exciting. It's a great way to be able to own the latest issues, even if they don't enter circulation.
Exactly, and when that email comes through, it's so exciting, isn't it? I know loads of you always comment in the community group saying that you've won, and everyone's sort of congratulating one another, because it is so exciting getting your hands on those coins that wouldn't otherwise be entering circulation for just 50p. It's just a really good opportunity, isn't it? So
it really
definitely
is.
Sign up if you haven't already.
Now, should we have a look as well at this question here about the rarest 50p's? Now, I know we've spoken already about the 2009 Kew Gardens with a vintage of 210,000. Of course, it was issued in 2009, and no one really thought much about the design. In fact, I've heard from some people, and one person in particular, who even spent it buying an ice cream.
Oh my gosh.
Perhaps the most expensive ice cream. I know. But it wasn't, of course, until 2014 the mintage vintage figures were revealed. It just goes to show that until those vintage figures come out, you should really hold on to any coin that you find. You never know if it's going to be a rare one. You know what, I actually really like the design of the Kew Gardens anyways. I think I would have kept it regardless, but I bet there's a few people out there probably kicking themselves that actually didn't keep hold of that one, because it is, as we've said, the UK's rarest coin in circulation.
Yeah, exactly. And like Rachel said, it's just an amazing design anyway, so it's worth keeping hold of just for that element of it. But that 210,000 vintage figure is just, I mean, we've not actually seen a 50p yet beat it, so maybe there will be one in future, who knows, but for now it's definitely king of the vintage charts, isn't it? Right at the top there. Really, so that's a really, really great question. Yeah. Okay, so let's take another question. Okay, so what is the best way to store, protect and display my 50p's? And that's a really, really good question, because like we said, when you find those coins in your change, it's just the best feeling, isn't it? To be able to know that you're going to have that coin in your collection for generations to come, and you really want to be preserving the quality of it, even if it does come a little bit with wear and tear. It's really important to protect them. So of course we are going to suggest a change checker album. So these have pocket pages for you to slot your coins in, as well as ID cards. So it kind of acts as almost as like a little checklist for you to collect them all. Yeah, it's a really good method. And of course we have got the Change Checker Plus cards as well, which allows you to put your coins in a blister and then in the blue card. So that is kind of a bit of an extra protection, just to really protect those really lovely coins that you've got in your collection. And what a perfect way as well, if you want to pass around your collection, you know, perhaps if there's youngsters in the family and you want to just make sure that your coins are being looked after, you don't even have to worry, you know, they're completely protected. And it's just a really good way as well of just displaying them, because why not admire them? They're your coins that you've worked so hard to get, so why not put them on show? Yeah,
and you can see them all in one place with those ID cards as well. You can see which ones you've still got to collect and which ones you've been able to collect so far. And like you say, it's a great thing to be able to pass around, especially for younger generations. There's so much history to learn on different coins. You know, we had the military 50p's that were reissued in 2019 to celebrate the 50th anniversary. Some of the greatest, you know, historical moments from British history are celebrated on UK coins. I think it's such an important thing, you know, if you want to get people interested in collecting, also get them interested in the history behind it and what we can learn on the UK coins. So to have the Change Checker album, have them all there displayed perfectly, is a really great way to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And the Change Checker album in itself is a really good way. I know that some people actually save an album per denomination, which is a really good idea, because then you've got all your 50p's in one place, all your £2 in one place, and whatever else you're collecting. So they are really, really good at storing your collection. So if you are interested in getting one, if you haven't already got one, you can go to the Westminster Collection website, and if you go to the Change Checker shop, you'll find them all there. So yeah, add them to your collection if you haven't already.
Exactly. You know what though, there are some really unusual ways of storing different coins, and we love to hear how you like to store your coins, display your coins. I think it was on the Change Checker community once I saw a really unique way of a collector storing his coins in picture frames, but they were all in his toilet. And what an interesting thing. You know, you go around as a guest and, you know, you just see all these coins on the wall. It adds something a bit different, doesn't it, to your experience? Definitely. But if you have any unique and interesting ways of storing coins, do let us know in the comments below and share your pictures, because we love to see that sort of thing, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. And equally, thank you so much for everyone that has already sent us in a question. I think we'll just try and answer a couple more before we kind of round this up. So if you have got any burning questions, make sure you're leaving them in the comments now, or even if you just want us to say hello to you, because it's been a while since we've been able to sit down and properly chat with you guys. So we obviously love doing it. So make sure that you are saying hello. You know, we're so excited to be here today, so we may as well make the most of our time.
Exactly. Now let's just have a look through. And so Lucy Jones has asked, how do I start my own coin collection? That's a really good question as well, isn't it? You know, we talked about using cash, we talked about being able to find the coins in your change by asking for specific denominations, but there are so many other ways to start building up that collection as well. One of the best ways is being part of the Change Checker community, talking to other collectors and finding out, really doing your research. What coins should I be looking out for? And we do have a blog all about that, and a video as well, to give you top tips and a bit of guidance really to kickstart your collection. One of those tips as well, really talk to people in your family, friends, anyone that you could ask to look out for certain coins for you. Because everyone, I think, starts getting into the hobby. Might even turn into a bit of a competition in your household though.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like a family war over who's going to collect them quicker. And that's the thing as well, you know, the more you talk about the hobby, the more popular it is, and the more people will spend cash. So really try and get as many people into the hobby as possible if you are trying to find the coins. From a selfish point of view, obviously you want them to try and keep an eye out for you, but equally it would just benefit the community, because the more people that are interested in coin collecting, the more people will be out there spending their cash and more coins for us to collect. So that's really, really exciting and a great question. So There's a question. Oh, so Anne's written in that she puts her coins in boxes and keeps them in a dark place. So that is definitely a way. Yeah, definitely a way of protecting them. Yeah. But why not have them out on display? You should really be celebrating them.
Maybe they come out for special occasions only.
Maybe.
You know, I have been known to get my coin collection out around a dinner party. I don't know how interested everyone else was, but I was pretty thrilled by that.
Well, I'd love to come to one of those dinner parties.
You're invited, Alex.
Oh, thanks. Well, thank you so much to everyone that has sent us in a question today. Like I've said, if we haven't got around to answering yours, make sure you leave it in the comment section below and we will respond to it as soon as possible once this video is over. And again, if you want to see another Q&A from us, perhaps you've got any burning £2 questions or A to Z 10p questions, which I think would be a really great Q&A.
Be good, yeah.
Let us know in the comments below. And of course, guys, if you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more Q&As from us, make sure that you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, you're hitting the notification bell so that you never miss an upload from us. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you're giving us a like so that we know that you want to see more videos just like this one.
Yeah, exactly. We've had loads of fun. It's always good, isn't it, doing a good Q&A. So thank you to everyone for watching. Thanks for sending in your questions and we will see you all next time.